It's Mad Men Sports. You want to do it?
How you guys doing today? It's the professor. It's Jake. How you doing?
What's going on?
Your two best friends.
Listening to the only podcast that matters. Yes. He said it off mic, and I've been trying to push that narrative for a long time. You want to know what we've been pushing for a long time?
Speaking of pushing things for a long time, this ball into your pocket, into your home. I don't think you can fit it in your pocket.
Big pockets. Those parachute pants from the 90s, maybe.
I don't think you can fit it in a pocket.
Just guess the score right. We've been saying it for 3 years now.
Listen, we sent out jerseys. Now we're just trying to send out this ball still. The jerseys have come and gone. The ball is forever, apparently. Also, bought another thing for the podcast, take it away. Ooh. Not only do we have a Thurman Thomas jersey, we also have an autographed Gabe Davis, 8x10.
It's a picture? It's not even... Ooh,
yeah,
that's cool.
I accidentally won the auction.
Oh, yeah? You have this thing where you're just, like, messing with people? You don't want to talk about that? All right.
Oh, it's very mean. Let's get off on it. I just like upbuilding people, that's all. Listen, you want things in this world, you gotta earn it.
Yes, but friends, close personal friends.
Just week 8, right?
Yeah, week 8.
Drop the score below, win the ball. It's yours. It's all yours. We might have an announcement soon.
Really? Oh, yes. A year in the making.
18 months in the making.
We've been grinding. Your best friends here at Mad Men Sports have been working tirelessly.
You know what? Try to guess in the comments who this might be. Even
it's a guest.
It's a guest. It's definitely a guest. It's a big guest. We've had Capaccio, which I love Capaccio.
Yeah,
he was a big get.
Matt Perino,
Ryan Talbot,
Matt Collar, Frank the Tank.
Ooh. He's a Dolphins fan. That's why it's. Well, we've had to have someone else on. I would say by far and large, he is the biggest guest out there.
Yes.
That we've gotten. He might be the biggest guest in Buffalo sports.
Yeah.
He's interviewed some of the elites.
Yeah, he's a big dog in this industry.
Just big dog. Used to work at ESPN even.
Really? I don't know that.
Yeah, like way back in the day, he was the Buffalo Bills ESPN guy. Then he came back to the Buffalo News. Oh, they probably got it by now.
Oh, give it away.
Now he's with The Athletic. Could be anyone. Could be John Vogel. No.
John Warrow?
No, this is a big guy. This is a big guy. This is the guy that's interviewed the likes of O.J. Simpson.
Damn.
Like fresh out of prison, O.J. Simpson. First interview. He broke the news. I'm still not doing names yet. He broke the news about the Pagulas. Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to do the research. He broke the news on the Pagulas buying the Bills.
Damn.
Which is kind of why it's a big get, because the Bills had the meeting this week with the NFL about proposing a new stadium. He was at those meetings.
Damn.
He was the primary reporter at those meetings, and he has the inside track on the new stadium. I wonder how much we can get out of him. We squeezed the McDermott contract out of Capaccio. He tried to resist it, but
he knew.
He knew it that we knew, and it was a little bit of awkward for him. He's like, I don't think that's something they're thinking about right now. I go, yeah, because they're already on to the next contract.
Right.
So yeah, our next big get is the biggest get for Mad Men Sports history.
Yeah.
He's got to work out some details. He told me he's got to travel a little bit this week because he was at the road and was meeting. Listen, he's doing us a favor. My brother Mike goes, you guys send these guys anything? I go, no, we could, though. You want a signed autograph ball, Tim? Sorry. I don't want to give away names.
Yo, chill. So let's talk about this game.
Let's talk about the weather.
Okay, weather.
Miami's coming up north. Cool. We're talking about mid-50s.
Borderline cold. For Miami.
Cloudy, rains.
The return of Marcel Louis Jacques.
Yeah. I haven't gotten down with his replacement yet.
I haven't heard anything from her. And I
follow her. It's just
maybe the algorithm isn't pushing her stuff through.
It's not even the algorithm. I think that she came in like right at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. So I think she's having a hard time breaking the mold. Mm-hmm. Which I throw retweets. I support. We're gonna get there. I think she needs a full offseason to engulf herself. I think she's going through a huge transition.
We should try to get her on the pod.
After Tim?
Yeah.
Always open ideas. It's a long season, though. She's probably got things going on. She probably just moved here. Remember when we tried to get Marcel?
Yeah, we talked to him in person.
Yeah. Actually, the day they announced that he was coming in and Rodak was leaving, I emailed him and emailed me back.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, we'll set it up.
Nothing.
He got busy. He got too big for us. At first, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm in Carolina. We got this.
Who was that other dude, that Joe Moreno?
Yeah.
not a close personal friend of the
He probably
pod.
just watches the pod, and then because it's 3 days later, and I see all of our ideas. I see that a lot of places, to be fair.
All the places.
Yeah, constantly me and Jake are sending each other. Didn't we just talk about this last week? Or wow, look how funny this is. Things are funny though. That's all right. But hey, if you are watching,
where else would you rather be?
Then right here at Mad Men Sports.
right now, we got a cold game coming up. Another rainy game. I think that every home game so far, there's been a threat of rain.
It's been the weather's been shit on every home.
It's awful. The Pittsburgh game, we bought ponchos because it was supposed to rain. You remember that?
Yeah, it turned out being okay though, right?
And then the Redskins game, or the Washington football team game, was probably the nicest weather.
Yes,
And then Houston downpour.
that was horrible.
Might see a lot of that this week too, though. But you know what? We know Joshy Boy can sling it.
I just want, as you've been saying for a long time, want to see a Josh Allen touchdown.
I want to see a Diggs
Or
receiving touchdown.
excuse me, yeah.
We've
Stephon
seen
Diggs.
a lot of Josh Allen touchdowns in my
Did you
day.
say 50-50?
I want a 50 burger.
Oh, I want to win the 50-50. Never bought a ticket.
Did I ever tell you about the time? It was the Tyrod versus Dolphins Christmas Eve game. Went into overtime. It was the last 300 game before Josh Allen did it. I was one number off of the 50-50.
That sucks.
It was like 35,000.
That's a lot of money. That's life-changing money. That's life-changing money to me.
I mean, yeah,
In one lump sum.
throw left 35 grand in my pocket. It's not going to change my life immediately, but it'll give me security. Isn't that what we're all working for? Is financial security?
Yes, big yes.
All right,
If anyone knows any leads,
Yeah, right. I'll help my boy out. I don't know. We talked about this is weird. Now this is a weird occasion where we've played the Dolphins twice now, and haven't touched the Patriots or the Jets yet.
that's very weird. I've been talking to some people about that off mic. My dad, basically. And I was like, yeah, it's weird. This is our second time playing the Dolphins, but we have not seen the rest of the AFC East. Now, granted, there's not much to see when it comes to the AFC East.
Patriots are looking interesting. I'm not going to say the Patriots are good or a threat to the Bills,
beat the Jets.
but they look interesting.
They look more interesting than the Jets.
Exactly. Like that's all
Joe
I'm saying.
Flacco's Jets.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say is he looks interesting. Interesting scheduling trade today. Mark Ingram back with the Saints. We'll be seeing him on Thanksgiving.
I saw, which hopefully
Last
will
time-
take some carries away from Alvin Kamara.
You can't slow me down. This is my final form. This isn't even my final form. I haven't had Dalvin Cook healthy yet. But Kamara and Ingram, last time the Bills played him,
Murked us.
that was a bloody, bloody game. Now, granted, that was with Tyrod and Nathan Peterman. That was actually the catalyst for the Nathan Peterman turning into the starter for that Chargers game.
That was on my 21st birthday.
Tough day.
That was the worst Bills game I've ever been to for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Tough weekend. Tough life. It's tough. Tough existence.
It's tough to be me.
Maybe it's Buddhism. We'll start over someday.
You see that TikTok?
I did.
That was a good one.
I'm not going to be a sea cucumber.
You want to be a shark? They live for 400 years.
Well, that's kind of why I know that. All right, so what do we want to see out of Josh Allen this week? Hey, I think Josh Allen's just as good as last year's Josh Allen.
Totally. And I think the stats back it up from what you sent me on Twitter a couple of days ago.
I did send you that, and it does back it up. But he was also hurt in the first half of last season too, with the Raiders game, and then the corresponding Chiefs and Titans game. Excuse me.
It's a late one, guys.
Excuse me a lot. But I think that he's got a lot going in his favor for the season because I think it's going to only be easier defense.
Oh my God. What was it? Good Morning Football said most teams have a bye week. The Bills have a bye month with how easy our next 3 games are for counting the Colts.
What do they mean by that? By a month?
I want it to be a bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think Josh Allen eclipses all of his stats from last year. Obviously with the extra game, but I don't know if he plays in Week 17. Listen, everyone's still Bills number 1 seed, Bills number 1 seed. Bills are currently in the 4 seed.
Yeah.
They have 2 conference losses. Almost none of the other division winners have 2 conference losses.
It's a long season.
Pick yourself up by your britches and make sure you win these games. No more, hey, we beat the Chiefs, let's take the Titans a little easier. And I'm not saying they did, but listen, the Titans game isn't a game if you get 2 touchdowns instead of 2 field goals. Now, granted, we're saying granted a lot today, Deion Dawkins had a hold on that play that brought back a Zach Moss big touchdown play or Singletary. It brought back, the play. And then even then, Deion Dawkins had that bad slip on that block for the 1 yard. Deion Dawkins needs to prove it to me. That's my player that needs to step up this week. Deion Dawkins, especially because Spencer Brown is on the injury report with the hurt back. Now, I don't know if that's a long-term thing or not, but he didn't practice today. Neither did Dawson Knox with a broken hand, but I think we're going to see Dawson Knox fairly soon.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him today. Just a bandage
Catching a ball.
on.
Yeah.
No cast, nothing like that. No wrap. Just a band-aid.
I think 3 weeks is cautious due to scheduling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Who doesn't want to run 4 wide receiver sets with Gabe Davis, Cole Beasley, Manuel Sanders, and Stephon Diggs anyways?
And Tommy Sweeney scored a touchdown, so
correct. He does have a stat.
He's not that bad.
He's definitely not bad. Listen, I'm not saying he's bad. He's just
Dawson Knox is obviously you don't want him to have him on the field. But
I'm glad we have that predicament. Exactly. In the beginning of the season, did we really know if there was a difference between the two? I don't know.
No,
How are we doing on time?
We're at 11 minutes.
Oh my God, halfway point, guys. Give yourselves a clap for making it this far.
Thank you to the 4 people.
It's obviously not 4. What do we need to see out of the Dolphins? No Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Still, yet. I don't know. He's not going to be playing, so I don't care. Tua had an interesting game last week. I think he was the highest fantasy quarterback last week. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, about 340-something odd yards. He had a good game. They lost to the Jags. 2 back-to-back field goals. They lost to Atlanta. That's who they played.
Yeah. They played the Jags the week before.
So they had 2 last-second field goals because their defense is terrible, their team is terrible, their coaching is terrible, their GM's terrible. Think about the Dolphins for a second.
Yeah. Oh.
Tua instead of Herbert. Last year they traded back in the draft, missed out on Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase. Drafted a defensive end last year in the draft, Jalen Phillips, that they draft back in coverage more often than they pass rush, who was on Miami last year. And they could have drafted Greg Rousseau, who went after him, who also played in Miami 2 years ago. The Dolphins are terrible. They're very bad at drafting, and they keep putting money into cornerbacks, even though they get smoked by Josh Allen every time. The Dolphins are bad.
Yeah. I almost feel bad for them.
I don't. Because the Bills used to be that. And I hope every team in the AFC East feels what we felt.
It looks like
they just laughed. They mocked at us, and they made me feel terrible about being a fan of the team I lived near. Listen, man, if I lived near the Patriots, I would have loved life. But listen, man, my parents migrated, and this is bigger than me.
Literally.
Yeah, this is bigger than me. I just happen to be a Buffalo Bill fan. Don't make it more than what it is, please.
This is a birthright more than a choice.
Yeah, this is the cross I carry, excuse me. I'm probably going to get buried with it.
Yeah.
Just one before I die.
Go Bills.
Just 4 in a row before I die.
Let's turn those.
They owe that to me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling the Bills heavily.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I think they need to win out. Give me the 8-2.
Oh my God, yeah. And I think that's
next
easy.
4 games. Who do you got? You got Miami. I don't want to look ahead, but Miami, Jacksonville, Jets, Colts. Win those 4 games.
And I think you do that with ease.
2-2. 2 home, 2 away.
Yeah.
1 home, 2 away, 1 home.
I'd argue the Bills historically in the past couple of years are probably better away than at home. So
They have.
That's fine.
That's why when they made Tennessee a home game, if that was an away game, don't look twice.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, easy stretch.
Now, who are the top 4 teams in the AFC for you right now?
You get the Chargers. Well, in no particular order.
Give me the order. I want the order.
Oh God.
So who's 4?
So 4, I would go with.
I'm going Baltimore at 4.
That's good. I'll go Baltimore. 3, I will go Tennessee.
3, I'm going Chargers.
2, I'm going Chargers.
2, I'm going Tennessee.
1, Bills.
1, I'm going Bills. And the weird part about it is someone's going to sit there and say, wow, you guys are picking the Bills even though they lost to Tennessee. Listen, they lost by a slipped block to Tennessee. Yeah. They owned that game on offense, every up and down the field, tenfold. Their defense had a bad game.
You can talk all you want about the yards that Derrick Henry had.
It's 1 play with 3 holds on it.
Exactly.
It's not happening again. Sorry, Bucko. Listen, this team plays again 10 times out of 10. They're winning. That was your one outlier. There's always one outlier in 10 times out of 10. That's why most people say 9 times out of 10. but I'm very sure that it's 10 times out of 10.
1,000%.
That was your 1 in a billion.
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
No, it was
I
1 in a
agree with
billion.
this.
That team blows. And I'll
You just put
fight
them at
every
number 2.
Tennessee. Well, yeah, well, that's how big of a gap there is in the NFL. How about the division?
Far no. Oh, you want me to rank them?
Yeah.
Jets, Dolphins, Patriots, Bills.
I would do Dolphins.
You think Dolphins are worse than the Jets?
They keep getting worse as the time comes on. They keep saying that they don't want Deshaun Watson, and yet every week I hear one more thing about a trade being done, just needing things to get cleared up.
Which isn't
for
gonna
Deshaun
happen.
Watson. So how do you feel about your quarterback who you keep selling? He's good.
Sorry to break in, but I saw something. They asked Tua if he feels like he's wanted
Doesn't
in
feel like
Miami.
he's not wanted.
He doesn't feel like he's not wanted, which is not a good sign.
Yeah, exactly. So Miami 4. 4B is the Jets. Patriots at 3. The second string Bills at 2. The starters at 1. You can laugh, but it's genuinely how I feel.
No, Bills.
Hey, and that's a good old mic drop there.
That was good.
Thanks. I just think that as we go into this game, I don't know if there's a player to watch on Miami. We tried last time. We've argued about it
It was
last time.
Xavier Howard, and then he just got beat multiple times.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about? I mean, we know what the Dolphins are. It's the second time we've seen them. We
Jalen
don't need
Waddle.
to do that. No, there's nothing. Miles Gaskin, maybe. Hey, he got garbage time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not starting him this week.
Dave, you should. Jake traded Miles Gaskin for Alvin Kamara.
Don't fucking say it like that.
Listen, I no longer have Miles
There's a lot
Gaskin
of-
on my bench, and I now have Alvin
There's a
Kamara.
lot of context that goes in there.
Who else did you get? It was
Russell
Gaskin, Russell Wilson,
Which
who's hurt.
Well, but I desperately needed a quarterback,
True, you did.
and I still
Keenan
do.
Allen, and I got Alvin Kamara and a bye week Matt Ryan.
Oh, and I got a draft pick, I believe.
Yeah, my third rounder.
Second.
Sure. I didn't have a second. Maybe I did. I don't know. Whatever I gave you, I wasn't going to use.
It was a good trade for me.
Yeah,
Good trade for
it
you.
was good because he lost to the
Mutually
worst team in the league this week. That's how good it was.
Yeah, but it was just because of my quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 points.
Sam Darnold, 3.9.
Yeah, very bad.
Oh, maybe Russell Wilson comes back for you.
Yeah, you
You
should.
should have picked up Geno.
I
told you to.
and I dropped him because he was dog shit. He played like dog shit.
Listen, he had a good quarter. Don't knock him. Don't knock him in that quarter. You want to score predictions?
Sure, 50-0. 52.
Do you think they blanked the Dolphins this year?
Again?
Now, Grant, you're doing an overrated, 50-0. Do you think that the Miami Dolphins scored 0 points against the Buffalo Bills this season?
again? They did 35-0.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think that they could pitch another shutout to a point where I've never heard of it happening? Elias will have the stat for us. If the Miami Dolphins don't score, do you think that they could blank the Miami Dolphins this year? Now, granted,
That would be beautiful.
they might be able to blank the Jets.
And imagine if we just blanked
Imagine if they
every
blanked the
AFC.
division. Now, and granted, you're 1-0 right now. You could be blanking your rest of your division.
That would
If
be,
you blank the Dolphins, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you hold the rest of the division to under 30 points this season.
that'd be some shit.
That'd be incredible. That'd be absolutely incredible. I love it.
Me too.
Listen, Mac Jones against this secondary, Zach Wilson against this secondary,
No chance.
Tua Tagovailoa, Tua turn the ball over against this secondary again,
No chance.
against this pass rush again. I'm going to go out on a limb. Greg Rousseau, defense player of the week again,
Respect.
which he may parlay that if he does well into a defensive player of the month. Now, yeah, for the AFC, yeah, because I was going to say Diggs is having a good month in the AFC, but Greg Rousseau may be able to parlay that into a defense player of the week month.
Did his first AFC Player of the Week come in October as well?
Yes, against
The Washington football team?
I thought it was the Chiefs,
Chiefs, yes.
which was 3 weeks ago, first week of October. That makes sense.
Oh, eyes. Itchy.
So yeah, my score prediction is going to be a little bit more mild this week, just because I can't keep going 50-0.
What are you going to go?
55-0 this week.
Holy crap.
Damn.
That probably...
55-0. You heard it
sorry.
here first. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment for the ball.
Please win it.
Drop who you think would win in an arm wrestling competition, a Bear or Jake. Take care and have a great week.
And, that Tim guy.